Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back to another great episode of Facts and Stats, your four favorite black analysts, reporters, podcasts, whatever you want to say. Welcome back, man. If it's your first time watching, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We do have the return of Q on this episode. Um, in
Yes,
this episode, we're just
sir.
going to talk to y'all about the AFC and NFC Championship game. We seen the Chiefs take down the Bills, and we seen the Bucs take down the Packers. Mark, you was looking forward to this episode. You said you had a lot to say. We know King was a Packers fan. Oh well, who cares? Mark, talk to me. Pick whatever game you want to talk about first. It's up to you, man.
Uh, I guess I'll talk about the Bucks and the Packers. That was the first game, but it was a good game from start to finish. Aaron Rodgers, he did as much as he could, but at the end, he kind of let the team down by forcing the ball to only one person. I said that a while ago, a few weeks ago. They played. I forgot who they played. I think it was the Lions or something. When they went to overtime, he
Colts.
missed. Yeah, it was the Colts. One somebody. Yeah, Colts. So yeah, there was a play where he forced the ball to he was trying to force the ball to Devontae Adams the whole time, and he missed Tunyon wide open, which they could have scored that and maybe miss overtime that game, but they still won that game in overtime, so we gonna let that go. But this game, he kept forcing the ball to Devontae too many times, where two possessions where they was in the red zone, they had four chances in the red zone. I'm sorry, four chances in the red zone where they only scored two touchdowns. So the other two possessions, they went three plays in a row to Devontae Adams. Now, where the first play, he dropped a touchdown. It was a back shoulder throw to the left. Nigga lined up to the left side. He dropped it. That's cool. He go back again. So they do another play. He switches to the right side. He goes to the right side. The defender blocks the ball down. Good play by him. So I agree with that. But the third play, they forced the ball again to Devontae Adams to the back of the end zone. He wasn't couldn't get his feet in. But guess what? Lazard wide open,
Yeah.
wide open touchdown, and that could have kept them. You know what I'm saying, in the game. That could have kept them actually win the game, honestly, because they were only missed one touchdown. They only needed one touchdown to win.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was just terrible. And then another possession when they was in the red zone where we thought Aaron Rodgers was supposed to run when he just tried to throw the ball to Devontae Adams again, double coverage in the middle of the end zone, no touchdown. Turn the ball
So,
over.
so I agree with everything you're saying. Definitely facts. Let me ask you a question real quick before I ask Q how you feel about the
Uh,
game. So they made a very questionable decision to kick a field goal. How you think about that? Like, what you doing in that situation? You going
um,
for it? You kicking a field goal? What?
Playoff game, want to go home, you got to go for it. I'm sorry. You just got to go
Okay.
for it. Want to go home. It's the playoffs, so
Okay.
go for it. But, you know what I'm saying? The coach tried to make a decision, a smart decision, where they had all their timeouts to get the ball back after they kicked the field goal, but they didn't get the ball back. So,
But I don't understand that though, because like I think they were less than the 10 yard line, 31-23, fourth down. You
right,
just go for the end zone again because regardless you got to get a stop, so it don't make a difference. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Yeah.
And then it's Tom Brady at that, but oh well, I mean
But
shit.
like I said, if you got all these weapons, you got a tight end who just made the Pro Bowl. Why are you not trying to throw to him? I don't get it.
Yeah,
You just
yeah,
trying to throw to one person. That's not going to work in the playoffs. You see, they was trying to lock him down as much as they could. Like I said, they were supposed to do.
I
If
ain't
you
make
lock Devontae Adams down, you're going to win the game. And they did as much as they could. That's why they won.
okay. I can't get
So what would have been the score if they was to go for the touchdown and they would have scored? What the score would have been?
They would have had to go for two. It would have been
They
thirty-one
would have to go for
twenty-nine.
two.
Yeah, they would have had to go
Yeah,
for two.
Mm,
because it was 31-26.
Yeah, but it's like
okay.
you kick the field goal, okay, 31-26, but then you gotta get a stop, and then you get a stop, you get a touchdown, and you win the game.
Right.
Regardless, I'm going for as much chances as possible in the red zone because who says you get that stop? You know, so
Exactly. Right. It's
I mean,
Tom
well,
Brady.
if you think
This
about
is
it
Tom
though,
Brady.
if it wasn't for the flag, they would have had it. It wasn't Didn't the
good
flag come
point,
on like third?
good point. But shit, that was a good call.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know, man. Because it's like when you look
I'm
at the other call, it looked like they wasn't calling it that way for the whole duration of the game.
Yeah, facts. That's a
And
fact.
that's kind of like a ass way to to really like end a conference championship game like that. I don't,
Right.
you know, I know like the rule, you can't be pulling on people, but I don't really think he was really in position to catch the ball or anything. So I think that's one they should have let rock.
I,
I'm not
I
gonna sit here and say and use that as an excuse for Green Bay though,
yeah,
or
Definitely not, because
I think if it was
they had plenty of chances.
facts, I think if it was more so like a basketball perspective, and
Right.
LeBron James or Anthony Davis or something gets fouled and
Mm-hmm.
they don't get called, you'll feel the type of way because that was a clear cut grab. Like I mean, I understand
Right. Exactly.
the shit was clear as day. Like I mean,
I mean,
like,
I look at it as like
I'm gonna tell
They
you.
gonna
I'm
call
gonna
that
tell you.
every
you
time.
gotta
They gonna
call the
call that.
game consistently throughout. That's the
facts.
best way to make it fair. You're gonna miss, it's gonna be times where it's stuff that you miss, but if you blatantly see that you didn't call something for one team right before, in the same situation, it's like why would you call something like that? That's not even like if he didn't touch him at all, he still wouldn't have caught the ball because the ball was nowhere near him to begin with.
Then
So
you
I
gotta
don't
blame
even
the defender.
understand. Like,
You can't do nothing but blame the
Exactly.
defender.
You
Get in better
can't blame. You
position.
can't.
I mean,
Exactly.
yeah,
You can't.
yeah,
There's no
you
need.
do
There's no
blame.
need
Yeah,
to
you
get
do blame the
involved.
defender, and that's why I'm saying. I'm just saying it was just a whack way to end the game. I'm not
But
using
it's
it
a.
as an excuse for Green Bay or anything like that
But you gotta.
because
You gotta look at it like this. If they miss a call before, they might want to get the call right this time.
Mm,
uh,
mm, mm.
In a playoff game. In a
nah, because
playoff
they
game.
like
Yeah.
they.
Yeah.
It's just like that call is gonna create controversy because if they would have just left it alone,
Controversy.
it wouldn't have been. I don't think it wouldn't have been as much controversy if they would have let
whose
it
fault is
rock.
it? The ref? Whose fault is it? The
So
ref
it's the
or the
ref's fault
player
for
from
Kevin
grabbing?
King being out of position to grabbing somebody's
Exactly.
jersey.
Like
Like
No, I'm not
exactly. You
saying I'm
cannot
not
blame the ref for
blaming
that.
I'm not blaming the refs on the outcome. I'm not blaming like the refs on them not doing what they were supposed to do. I'm just saying I wish the game would have been called the same way for
okay,
both
and
sides.
this is my comment to that, and I feel like King got some shit to say, so we're gonna let King talk. My comment to that, well, I feel like Kevin King should have been in a better position. How about that? Can I say that?
Exactly.
I mean, he should have, but at
Exactly.
the end of the day, the ball wasn't even really.
First of all, King been getting cooked the whole game,
Yeah,
as
he
you
was getting
see.
cooked the whole damn game.
So you can't just say, oh yeah, the ref made that call. That just unfair. No, you should have
I
been in
mean, I don't
position.
know when you see the play before and somebody's literally tugging on somebody's shoulder pad on a ball that looks more catchable than the other one. It's just like, can you really say like that's a consistently called game? I'm not saying
Like I
that's the
said, if
reason
you
for them losing or anything because you never blame the outcome of a game on one play because you
exactly.
got the
So
whole game to do what you need to do.
you
But
had 4 chances in the red zone.
yeah, but I just think that was just a whack way to end it.
Okay, King, talk to me, man. Your team went down. Looked like you was waiting. I seen you making smirks and laughing at everything that was being said so far. Like you got a lot to say. Talk to me.
Well, respectfully, Kevin King needs to get released. Like he should have got released last night, but he needs to get released immediately. Jair needs to get paid because obviously he did what he had to do when they put him on Mike Evans and he shut down Mike Evans for the rest of the game.
He did.
Had 2 picks and stuff, and yeah, man, we just got outplayed. Definitely a great defense, the Bucs had for real. So Tom Brady had a terrible second half, but the defense stepped up. Defense got pressures, they got sacks, they got hurries, they got all that. And Robert Tonyan is not a Pro Bowler. He should have been a Pro Bowler, but he's not a Pro Bowler. Anywho, yeah, that one drive, he forced the take, 3 straight times, of course. And I Sean, I was like, that's not gonna happen again. And the results of that not happening again, he missed Devontae on key throws that could have been touchdowns, wide open.
Yeah, on the left side, he had him on the left, wide open. Yeah, yeah. On
Right.
that
So
flag.
it's like key throws on that, and on top of that, the 2 point conversion we had, Equinemius St. Brown dropped
That
that
was a
flat
fuck
out
up.
drop.
Yeah, that was a fuck up.
And like I said, we had 3 straight turnovers, we turned it to 6 points. That's unacceptable. That's definitely it. So it's like, I put it as, Aaron Rodgers did the most he could or whatever. He did choke that last play. He should have ran it. Granted, he wouldn't have got the touchdown because Levante David would have hawked him right there. And at least could have been 4 for 5, 4 for 3. Could have been a better situation. Like definitely should have went for it. I don't know what the fuck Matt LaFleur was thinking about. I don't know why you kick, field goal. You got to win the game. It's 2 minutes left, so
Right.
you got to win the motherfucker. I don't know what you was thinking. This is 2 times in a row for real. So that's all I much got to say. And honestly, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of releases this off season, definitely, because you got to pay Jair, you got to pay Kevin King, which we're not gonna pay. Robert Ton, you got to go. Marquez is going to probably go. Alan Lazard probably going to go because, he had a big third down drop what he was supposed to catch, but he was looking for a flag off that same pass interference. But at the same time, I don't care. Catch the ball, get separation, get him off you. 6'5". Like, bro, I don't know why. It's like, stop looking for a flag and just catch the ball. That's all I got to say about it. And like I said from the beginning, it's like, motherfucking, it was good to have hope in that game or whatever. But at the same time, I wasn't expecting no Super Bowl for real. That's just me. Nigga, I wasn't. And I said it past episodes, you can look. But at the same time, hey, man. That real life.
That's why I kind of
You told me your playoff team goes to playoffs, go to a championship game. You saying, I'm iffy on them winning.
I'm iffy. I told you I got to be realistic, Slim. I'm always been iffy.
And y'all, Aaron got his home game that he wanted at the championship game at home. And you still ain't have no faith.
You lying, bro. You're lying on air. You're lying on air.
You are lying.
Aaron Rodgers, MVP. Devontae Adams, a hell of a season. You were so high on your Packers, bro. Week by week.
Bro.
And y'all went to the NFC.
What did I say?
Week by week. Y'all got to finish the job.
It's our defense takers. And what the fuck Kevin King did the whole game?
I'm not hearing that.
All right, okay. That's what I always been saying.
You telling me y'all went to the NFC ship and you said, oh, yeah, we going to lose this. I don't got no faith.
We went to the NFC Chip last year. What happened?
Can you answer the question? So you telling me you just thought, oh, yeah, we going to lose this. I don't got no faith.
I ain't say we're going to lose, but I'm just saying, like, if we win, I say get there. I'm getting tired of being in the NFC Championship. I say just get to the bowl. Like I said in the last episode, we've been in the same situation all the fucking time. Just get to the bowl. I don't care about this shit. Just get to the next level.
So did you have faith this game or no? Did you have faith this game yesterday or no?
Did I have faith this game?
Yes.
With all the chances that y'all had.
I had like 60% faith we was going. I had 60% faith.
What?
That's what I had.
With all the chances y'all had in that red zone. The missing drops, you know what I'm saying? Key plays.
All the chances, we only been in the red zone like not even a lot of times. What you talking about?
Y'all was in the red zone 4 times.
That's a lot?
That's good enough to win? What do you mean? It was only 31-26. Wasn't that?
Bruh, we was not in the red zone. Okay.
How was you not in the red zone?
Man, off them 3 turnovers, no, they wasn't that in the red zone, bro.
Bro, y'all had 4 chances in the red zone. You only scored 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you saying off 3 turnovers the second half, we was not in the red zone a lot, bro.
I just said y'all was in the red zone 4 times. That's all I said.
It says that
That's all I said.
It says that they was in the red zone 4 total times and they was 2 for 4 in the red zone.
Thank you.
So they was 50% on the red zone.
Okay,
that's all I said.
Okay,
that's all I said.
I got 2 questions for y'all. This is not the first question that I told y'all I wanted to ask y'all earlier, but so before we get to the Bills and Chiefs game, now Tom Brady is in his 10th Super Bowl appearance. Like, do y'all think it's like, I know y'all was a Tom Brady haters, Q, I don't know who else, but so like, is he the GOAT? Like, is he the greatest football player of all time? It's time we talk about it. Like 10 Super Bowl appearances.
Like, you talking about greatest like single football player?
Football player, athlete, you know, it's a lot of discussions going on right now.
Definitely
not the greatest athlete.
Definitely not athlete.
No.
You gotta think about it. It's like when it comes to that, of course, it's like straight team sport with Super Bowls and stuff. Okay, that's as far as like the greatest player. You gotta think about it.
I'll give him like greatest legacy if he wins this one and all that. I'll give him that. But it's like the nicest to ever do it. I wouldn't go that far. Like,
but that's the discussion that's coming up right now. They saying Tom Brady, Jordan, Tom Brady, LeBron. So I was wanting y'all opinion on how y'all feel about that.
My view on Tom Brady in that aspect.
You gotta think about it. It's people that say Tom
Brady legendary legacy, not like the nicest athlete out here. Like mine, I look at that conversation as more like a legacy thing for Tom Brady. As far as the other aspect, nah.
Okay, respect. King, what you saying?
I was saying it's like you're talking about like single player type shit. I mean, it's kind of hard because football is like damn near 22 different positions. So I mean, of course, the line D line probably don't get it unless you like skill player type shit. It's really up to that. But as far as like as far as like quarterback, sometimes some people really don't got Tom Brady as like as far as skill set the best quarterback.
True. Right now,
Like
he
he's not
not.
even number one, so it's like you can't really say like. Of course, he got the greatest compliments out of all football players, definitely. But as far as like skill wise and shit, nah, he not the best.
I'll give him like from a strategic standpoint, I'll give him that too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah,
All right,
I'm gonna
so
just say
wait,
he's
Mark.
one of the best. I'm gonna say he's probably the great quarterback in pressure moments, playoff season, all that. He's probably the greatest because he's been there that many times. He's won that many rings. You just gotta put him up there. It's just out of respect. You know what I'm saying?
Man, yeah, you gotta put him up there, but
All right, so how y'all
I
feel
would I
about
wouldn't call him the best athlete though.
how do y'all feel about who he's about to go up against? We seen the Chiefs take down the Bills. What's y'all thoughts on that game? We got a couple minutes to talk about this. And I got one more question for y'all.
I knew the Chiefs was gonna win. Honestly, I didn't have them doubted or anything. I knew the Bills was a good team, but I feel like once they got in the Arrowhead, Andy Reid was just gonna take over, and they just gonna have to play a hell of a game.
Yeah, Tom Brady is gonna have to do better than 3 picks in a row and what he had like 50 yards in the second half. He's gonna have to do more than that in order to beat this team. Because Patrick Mahomes, we already know. We already know what type of offensive juggernaut this team is.
Right.
you gotta kind of be careful because Chiefs did lose their two best linemen, Mitchell Schwartz and Eric Fisher. That's gonna be a problem.
True.
And you see with JPP, the Domkasu, Shaq Bird, they can take advantage of that for real. Only thing, even though Chiefs still got a very high offense or whatever, it's like I'm pretty sure I still got them winning, but it's like they got to be careful, with them edge rushers getting that, Pat Mahomes quick.
Yeah, so you think like it's stuff that can be taken advantage of,
Yeah,
is what you're saying.
definitely.
Okay, so all three y'all got the Chiefs winning.
Yeah,
Yes, sir. I got
Yeah,
the Chiefs winning.
Okay.
we thought about come up here and give a bet and bet on Tom Brady.
I'm in the middle right now. I honestly, one thing
you
I
know it's
did.
crazy. You know it's crazy. I wouldn't even be surprised if they write a storybook that Tom Brady be the fourth quarterback to win at home in the Super Bowl.
True.
I wouldn't be
True.
surprised.
I just can't. From what I seen from Mahomes last year and all the things that he done accomplished and coming back from 24-0 in the playoffs against the Texans and all that, like I just can't see him losing like that. Like I said, the offense is just too crazy. It's way too crazy. And it's like teams can't even copy the formula that they got because you cannot just wake up and find a Tyreek Hill. You can't find a Travis Kelsey.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Exactly.
the shit is fucked up in the AFC for a little minute. I'm gonna say that honestly.
It is.
Sad thing about it with my team being over there, but shit gonna be fucked up for a little minute. Worst case, God forbid, nigga gonna have to bank on an injury or something. I ain't gonna. They gonna go every year. They gonna go every year. They gonna be right there every year. But my last,
Hey, real quick
go ahead.
before. Oh, matter of fact, go ahead. What you about to say?
I just got my last question for y'all, but you would if it was on this topic.
Oh no, I was just gonna ask you how I feel about all these quarterbacks that I've been seeing supposedly on the market or might be on the move.
I love it. Because I feel like a lot of quarterbacks need a new scenario. Matthew Stafford, him and the Lions just agreed to go separate ways. I love that. Matt Ryan, another quarterback I would like to see in a different scenario. Deshaun Watson, so all these quarterbacks, Phillip Rivers retiring, which he should have, but all these quarterbacks, that's looking for a new home is all needed. Everything is all needed. So that's pretty much I got to say on that.
Yeah, I think Deshaun Watson is gonna be the most trickiest one because it's like teams not about to give up a lot for him. Like, I mean, unless you real desperate, only best chance is Miami. Everybody else, like they want to
he could easily get on the Jets if he want to.
But you gotta think of how much the Jets got to give up though to get him.
I
mean, they'll do that.
They should. Shit, I don't even recall the last time the Jets had a good quarterback.
Exactly.
But still, if they
Mark
get rid of a lot of,
has been our best quarterback for the past within the past 15 years.
Fool. If you get rid of Deshaun Watson and you're gonna have to get up like a couple first round picks, and y'all barely have anything to work on offense, with a barely like a line, like what's gonna make it? It's not gonna make a difference. He's going to the same team.
They probably got cap space though. They got Mims, they got Crowder, and then they probably got cap space.
Yeah, they usually do like when I was keeping up with the Jets, like on the offseason, I would see they would sign like Pro Bowlers. So it would seem like they usually have like cap space to like sign guys. Like we signed Le'Veon that time.
Too.
Okay, well,
Mm.
my
It all depends on who want to play
Yeah.
that. Do you want to play the Jets? That's all.
My only thing on them quarterbacks, I just want to see Matthew Stafford just get somewhat of a playoff teams because I feel like the Lions really wasted his career, man. And I really fuck with Matthew Stafford. That's my man.
The whole career.
So I really wish he'd get somewhere to a playoff team and he'd have some type of fighting chance to, you know what I'm saying, show off his career before it's over all the way. So.
That's a fact. That's a fact. We got about 3 or 4 more minutes left before we wrap this episode up. So I got one final question for y'all. A couple of my friends were debating this earlier today, actually, and I wanted to bring it to y'all on air. What do you think is harder, to win a Super Bowl or NBA Finals?
Super Bowl.
I'm gonna say final. I'm gonna say finals just because with my team OKC, man, we had so many pieces and we just got our ass whooped by the Heat, and it was just like, damn. But I'm gonna go with the finals.
What you got, Q?
It depends. Like if you KD going to the Warriors, then that finals ain't harder to win. But like when everything's even, I'd say an NBA finals just because you got to win 16 games.
Right.
So,
and it's constant, and you're constantly going against different adjustments and whatnot. You got all the teams got ample time to constantly scheme you out and everything. So you gotta always be on your toes. Football is just one game. You just gotta.
It's harder. You don't get no chances after football.
But you got less players on NBA too.
But you don't get no. You get 7 chances in basketball. You don't get no chances of football. Like you one and done. That's it. Okay. It's like you can predict the NBA team that's going to the finals. You can't predict the NFL team that's going to the finals for it.
Well, that's just because
how we just predicted the Chiefs
right now. I mean, yeah, we did.
But that's 2 times like.
They just like the Golden State Warriors. If you ask me, the Golden State Warriors are football. They got all the pieces they need to get to that ring every year.
I just know if I'm like I need to win. If you give me 2 choices, win 3 games, or is it 4 for y'all? Is it 3 or 4?
Football, I think it depends.
It all depends. It was 4.
Yeah, win 4 or win 16. Like it's hard to beat a team 4 times for real.
Yeah, if you think about
if they constantly adjusting,
right?
You
only got one.
KD or LeBron on your team. It's not hard.
I mean,
look at that's why I love this debate. It's a good point though. This is really a good debate for real.
Yeah, think about it. Like LeBron been in a championship how many times straight? He only missed 1 out of like a whole decade.
I mean, that's just that boy LeBron.
Right.
I mean, you gotta think about it. Like you can predict to the Cavs, the Heat, and the Lakers. So it's like,
but see, it ain't always used to be like that though.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know. But until he fucked it up and made it cool for all superstars to play with each other. That's why.
All right, so we can say the same. We can say the same thing about Brady though. He just got to the Super Bowl 10 times, right?
Yeah, the Patriots be a Super Bowl favorite.
Really, 1 time.
Yeah, exactly. Patriots been the Super Bowl favorite.
Hold on. Other than Tom Brady, who else was a superstar or all-star caliber on the team?
I'm just saying, like, the whole team as a whole. If we predict, we're going.
No, we just seen it 1 time with the Buccaneers. But I'm just saying, you say Brady out of all. Name somebody else other than Randy Moss. Name him.
As the team.
Welker, Gronk, come on now, don't act like.
Hold on.
How many years they went to the Super Bowl?
Hold on. We talking about from people being built up, from people just joining them. Wes Welker, Gronk was there. They got drafted there. What you mean?
Okay, you talking about okay.
Yeah, that's different. A build up is different from somebody that's already established a superstar or whatever, all-star caliber, just joining the team. That's different.
If you think about it, that team is already that favorite to go to the Super Bowl almost every year. The Patriots for the past
were
them years before they even lost to Eli twice.
Anybody know the time? Really probably say less than a minute.
Yeah, probably.
Like 40 seconds. Yeah, nigga, it's definitely you got Bill Belichick, the top 10 defense every year. You be like,
you're gonna get there.
You're going to get there. But I'm just saying, like, even with that top 10 defense, who is the Pro Bowlers there?
Hey, Brady was making that AFC look easy. I ain't gonna lie.
I said exactly.
Hold on. You said they didn't have no.
Bro.
You said they didn't have no Pro
Patrick Chung. Patrick Chung.
I mean, other than Patrick Chung, no.
Seymour, Brady.
I'm gonna name y'all the Pro Bowlers they built instead of Pro Bowlers that came to them. You got Vince Wilfork, Willie McGinnis, Ty Law, Teddy Bruschi. I like Teddy Bruschi.
Yeah.
That's all of them coming. We talking about drafted. We talking about building them up. They didn't have. I'm trying to think who they had that was already established defender coming to England. I can't even think for real. You can't name me. Like they can have top 10 defenses with no names. They've done it plenty of times, bro.
With no names. Okay.
Still got there though.
That's what I'm saying though. I'm saying that's still. I'm saying it's harder. Like it's harder like to build it up. We're talking about getting to the Super Bowl with like barely a Pro Bowl, like one Pro Bowl at least, but like barely any for real. I think the last Pro Bowler they had on defense was Chandler Jones.
Gilmore wasn't a Pro Bowler last year.
Yeah, Gilmore.
Defensive player of the year.
I forgot about that.
I'm over here like
best corner, Phil.
Yeah, I'm about to say
best corner, man.
I mean,
other than that, it's like
but back to the main. I'm more so on the side. I think it's harder to, like, I understand both points. Don't get me wrong. You know, football, you one and done. But football, somebody can have a breakout game and then boom. You know what I'm saying? They not really that type of player for real.
It's over.
You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly.
That's not what they do. Like
it's over just like that.
Hey, hold on. It says, all right, so there's a total of 13 teams in the NFL that have never won a Super Bowl. And there are 10 NBA teams that never won a title.
Okay. What you think about that? 13 teams that won 10.
So it's kind of close either way.
Yeah.
I'm still more on the I'm still leaning towards the NBA championship being harder.
I gotta lean towards.
You got a lot of NBA players that just ain't got a ring.
Exactly.
A lot of NFL players got a ring.
You got a lot of NBA
true.
players.
That's a lot of Hall of Famers that don't have a ring, bro. There's a lot.
That's true.
Right, it's probably on a shitty team. Though.
I mean,
no, don't say that for basketball because good players go to the playoffs.
Exactly.
And then
don't do nothing.
Think about it, and then we think about a lot of the dudes that was winning them. They won like 5 and 6 and 4. So a lot of players were stopping other dudes from getting rings.
Hold on. So that's
Allen Iverson. Look at Giannis.
Nah, it is.
It's the same.
Well, you just said playoffs.
You gotta go to the playoffs to get a championship, right?
Just the same thing with the NBA. So you got 7 tries compared to 1, fool.
Right. So one player can just get hot that one game, and you can just take off.
So one player get half of one game in basketball, and that's it, and he gets swept by the better team. What?
Hey, Eli Manning got 2.
Allen Iverson versus
Eli
the
Manning
Lakers.
was never the best QB in the league.
Thank you.
Already number 1 defense. What you talking about?
But the plays in the Super Bowl and the playoffs was made by Eli Manning. The winning plays were made by Eli Manning.
So harder. Ain't nobody expect the Giants to beat it. It makes it hard. Ain't nobody expect Giants to beat Patriots twice.
Hey, but guess what? You see how they got hot, but you see how they
imagine if it was like a 2 out of 3 though. Yeah, like imagine if it was a 2 out of 3 instead of just one game.
Exactly.
I mean,
you see how you get hot and just go off and just have a streak and just win nonstop.
Nick Foles came in the Super Bowl 1 game, back up. He played a whole year and won.
Thank you.
He was already. Bro, he already knew that whole system, whatever. He played with those players before. I'm not trying to hear that.
I mean, but if it was a 2 out of 3
versus Tom Brady.
Okay, so anybody against LeBron in the East, they ain't had no chance to go. It was always LeBron wherever he go. He had an easy every year. What's the difference?
Nah, the teams just didn't have.
Just like
enough
Golden
to beat
State
him.
had it easy for like 5 years straight. What? Come on, what?
The
I
teams
mean,
didn't have enough to
shoot.
beat
He
him.
got a
The teams
point,
didn't have
fellas.
enough
He
to
got a
beat him.
point. He got
But
a
The
wouldn't
teams
point.
didn't
that?
have
But
enough to
wouldn't
beat
it
him.
be?
Hold on, we
But
talking
wait,
about.
wait. Hold on, but like, all right. So say LeBron went to 10 straight. That's because it was out of 7. If it was just one game, LeBron could have got knocked off by one of them other teams.
Good point.
Exactly.
That's true.
Exactly.
That's true.
The
That's true.
teams don't have enough to beat him. That's
Hold
it.
on. How many times LeBron went 7 games in the not the finals in the playoff series? How many times he went 7 games?
But I'm saying, like in a 7
A lot of times it's 6 or 5
7-game
or
series, the best team is gonna win every time in a
Right.
7-game series. And when it's just one game, a worse team could win.
Right.
That-
You just seen it. We
No,
just seen it with the
that's
Raptors. You just seen with the Raptors
You
when
don't agree with
Golden
that,
State
King?
started. When
No,
Golden
I
State
don't
started.
agree with that, bro.
When Golden State started getting
I
hurt.
agree with that.
Look at the Raptors just went off.
I agree with that, bro.
Like
Like,
Raptors went
That's
on.
what I'm saying. That's why
Yeah,
it's
right.
harder. It's not
It's
hard
way
for
harder.
LeBron,
So-
but everybody else, it's hard as fuck.
yeah. So, King,
Exactly.
you telling me in the football in the playoffs, the better team wins all the time? That's what you telling me?
All of them.
Don't backtrack. Answer the question. The better team win all the time?
Son,
Yeah. Ooh, the Packers. Look what the
Answer the
Packers
question,
did.
Brody. Do the better team win all the time?
better team.
Huh?
Aaron Rodgers could have got Brady in them if he had one. If it was 2 out of 3.
Hey, shit, Brady had better players. Oh, she had
I mean,
the better
you right.
overall players. So it's
I
like,
mean, yeah,
Scotty-
you're right. But
Scotty
hey,
Miller, you
bro,
got-
when I say LeBron, we talking about going back to like, you know, the superstars, all stars, whatever. We talking about you can just easily get somebody. Like we're now seeing KD, James Harden, Kyrie Irving. A lot of people are expecting them just to go to the finals off the rip, and it's the beginning of the season. It's like it's that easy to predict, fool. Like going to the finals and possibly winning a championship in the NBA finals, bro.
That's just a prediction.
nah, because last season the 5 seed got to the finals, so
And lost, right?
Come on now.
yeah, they lost, but
We
nobody
talking about
predicted them to
winning. We
get
talking
there.
about winning. We talking about winning the championship, right? It was harder to win, right?
Yep.
Right.
Bruh, if you got one, bruh, it's way easier to lose if you got one chance. If it's best out of 7, like the better team. If you're the better team, you have to win that. Like, it's no way you can't win if you're the better
But
team.
it was easier for the Lakers to win the game than the Heat.
because we were better.
Let me say this. You seen in 2001 when Allen Iverson went to the finals. He went
And
to the
lost,
Eastern
right?
Conference. Listen, went to
But
the Eastern Conference.
he about.
Listen,
That's
just
the
listen,
point.
just
That's the
listen,
point.
just
That's the
listen,
point.
just listen.
That's the point.
It is.
I already know what he about to do. Go ahead.
Went to the Eastern Conference Finals. Went through Vince Carter. Went through who else? Some other slum teams in the East. Went to the Lakers. Played against Kobe and Shaq. What did he do? They only won one game.
The first game.
It was
first
it.
game.
Was it. That was it. After
If
that,
that
It
was
over.
it-
After that, it was over. He didn't get to the finals ever again. Ever again.
They had a mob. son.
So, like I said, if you predict the Lakers, like, come on, bro, we knew the Lakers was gonna win that.
I'm saying
If it was one
But
game,
when I'm saying I'm predicting them to win, that's how it's so easy for them to win the shit, bro.
I mean, yeah. But just because it's predictable don't mean that don't mean it's harder for them. It's harder for everybody else.
We
Like,
see.
if it was just one game and AI came out in that game 1 and won that, and that would have been it.
Right.
Like, that would have changed everything. It being one game changed
think about-
everything.
Or think
Not
about
really.
Golden State versus the Raptors. Before KD and which got hurt, you probably would have thought the Golden State would have whooped them, right? If everybody was like, "Oh, if KD didn't get hurt, they probably would have won."
You know what it probably is? It probably is. It's easier to win in basketball if you the better team, but if you the worst team, it's harder. And then it's just flipped the other way. Like in football, if you a worse team, it's easier for you to win because it's just one game.
One game, you get hot that one game, and you just keep rolling with that same momentum. The next game, and you play a different team, you're not playing the same team again. So it's just like, all right, a different team.
Yeah, just for a whole different team, a whole nother roster, bro. That's harder. To
Right.
beat. That's harder to beat, bro.
Oh, it's just one game.
Just like BC upset, you can upset, you know, the number 2 seed, whatever how it is now, whatever. You got to set the number 2 seed and lose to the number 1 seed or lose to a number 4 seed or whatever. If you the bottom seed, bro, it's like it can just happen like that, bro. It's hard, bro. It's hard. Just because you're the number 1 team doesn't mean you're guaranteed to go to the championship, bro. But apparently for the NBA, it's easy as a motherfucker if you the number one team. Just like the Nets gonna be, just like the Lakers gonna be to go to the finals, bro.
I mean, but you just seen the Bucs was number one for the past 2-3 years in the Eastern Conference Finals. I mean, East Conference didn't get to the finals.
True.
The Bucs, Giannis team.
The
Bucs.
Milwaukee
Bucks was number one in the East and did not get to the finals, bro.
Yeah, that's what I just said. What you mean?
You just said that if you said the number one team, you pretty much going to the finals. You just said that.
I'm about to say for the NBA, yeah. You at least got one.
At least one.
He's got one. I mean, Lakers keep going.
That means it's harder for everybody else.
Exactly, bro. Team. Exactly.
It's harder for everybody else because you gotta beat the best teams like 4 times out of 7, bro.
Exactly.
Whereas if you could just win one time, like, bro, it's so many game ones where the worst team won. If it was just that one game, like,
I'd rather have 7 chances than 1 chance to be a team. That's just me. That's more.
Yeah, of course.
I feels like that's more easier for me.
You say that you fuck up with that 1 chance,
right?
You gotta wait a whole nother season.
Like the Packers. Like the Packers just decked it.
That's crazy, man.
Hey, your man Aaron Rodgers was 1-7 in championship.
1-5.
All right, bro. We not.
No,
about to turn
1-7.
This into an Aaron Rodgers slandered episode.
Hey, I'm just saying. Hey, we slander everybody else.
It was a tweet. It was a tweet that said Drew Brees and Aaron Rodgers been in the NFC for 15 and 16 years, and they only have 1 NFC championship. Tom Brady has 1 in 1 year. That's terrible. Ain't no way around it.
That's terrible, fool. That's horrible.
Trash, bro.
Like I said, we're gonna go on Aaron Rodgers like we go anybody else.
Come on, man. That's terrible. No other way around it. It's terrible.
It's terrible.
And I also seen another post that Tom Brady damn near caught a ride with freaking that OD defense they had and the superstar receivers he had.
That's what I'm saying. Like
a Hall of Fame tight end.
He ain't have like no fantastic game or anything for people to even be acting like this.
Is it his fault that Mike Evans? It's his fault.
It's not his fault. Nah, it's not. But like, it shouldn't. This shouldn't be the game we should be using to try to like make these type of things.
Why though? Hold on, Q. Why though? I'm confused.
Exactly. It's a playoff game. It's a championship.
It wasn't even. He didn't have a good game. Really,
but it's a championship game, bro.
He wasn't. I'm not gonna like. It wasn't like no legendary game or anything like that.
Are you talking about? Wait, but are you talking about how Brady had a lot of like offensive weapons or players? Did you say something about that?
I mean, I'm not really gonna like go too deep into that because like the Saints, they always had good weapons too. So that wouldn't even, I'm not even about to go there. But I'm just saying I don't think this past game should be the game that people should be using to try and like boost Tom Brady up some more because he kind of like, bro, the rest of the team, if it wasn't for them, this would have turned out bad. Cause this man, threw 3 picks in a row in the second half. I ain't never heard of it.
I'm not gonna say all those
3 picks in a row and come out with the win. That's crazy.
Okay, but he still had touchdowns though, and we're not gonna blame them 3 picks all on him because one pick was off Evans' hands. It might have been too high, but it's still in his hands.
2 was definitely on Brady.
And then another one,
it was at least
Leonard Fournette misses a block on the dude blitzing, and he just threw the ball up. So I mean,
that's on him.
It is right, but you can't miss out on missing your block. Come on, you right there.
Yeah, but you can't throw the ball up in the air for grabs like that though.
Right. But you still scoring touchdowns to win.
So what was he supposed to do in that situation though? Take the sack?
Nah, I'm not using it.
Take the sack.
I'm not.
I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. He's still scoring touchdowns regardless.
I'm not using the game to knock Brady. I'm not saying we should knock Brady because of it, but like for people to start, to use this game as the.
You're only as good as your last game, bro.
And it wasn't a good game for real.
But he won.
He won.
Aaron Rodgers.
But it ain't like he carried nothing.
People win or lose though.
People
It's either
acting
win or
like
lose.
he put the team on his back and went dumb.
Hey,
Nah.
it's some
It's
hating.
a
It's some
lot of
hating
plays that
shit.
the
It's
wide
some hating
receivers
shit, Q.
dropped.
It's some hating
I
shit.
mean, I don't care either way. You know
Ooh,
what I'm saying?
it's a lot of plays that the wide receivers dropped where Tom put it on the money and they dropped it. So I mean,
I
you
do a
can't
lot of
just.
high passes too.
But it was some that was right on their chest and they
He
dropped
been
it.
throwing a lot of
What are
them
you saying, fool?
See.
Like y'all did what the fuck?
All
What
right,
y'all
well,
not
look.
seeing, fool?
Today was a great episode. I definitely could agree to that. Our next episode definitely should be on in regards to basketball with the Super Bowl now 2 weeks away. If y'all made it to this far, to the end of this whole 51 minutes, make sure you like, comment, subscribe again. Tell a friend. We have all of our @screen on. If you want to message us, if you want to come on and be a guest on the episode, that'll be fine as well. We appreciate everyone watching. That's pretty much all I got to say, y'all. If y'all got anything to say.
Hey man, bless Aaron Rodgers' heart.
Nah, for real.
That nigga slumming it. His fault.
All right,
And
y'all.
all your quarterbacks you ever had.
Eli got 2 rings, bro. Eli got
Still
2
better than
rings. Eli got 2 rings
Your
versus
shit's
Brady.
crazy, bro.
Eli
It's
got
crazy.
2 rings versus Brady.
Bro.
He
Eli
out.
got 2 of them bitches, bro.
He out.
Great defense. That's all it was.
All right, y'all.
Oh Lord. Oh man.